Everyone. Throughout our lives, we encounter countless hardships and pains. Sometimes that pain is so overwhelming that it feels as though the world is coming to an end. However, there is something we must remember. If despair is visible before your eyes right now, hope inevitably exists right alongside it. When people suffer, it is easy to become trapped in a single line of thought. The only voice that rings loudly is the one saying, "I am finished. There is no way out." Yet, even in that moment, another voice exists. It is the voice of hope, saying, "There is still potential. There are still people waiting for me." The problem is simply that we fail to hear that voice and pass it by. The deeper the night, the closer the dawn. The more bitterly cold the winter, the more warmly the spring approaches. The greater the despair, the greater the hope that is being prepared. This is not mere consolation, it is a law of nature and a truth of life. Currently, our society is experiencing difficulties due to labor management. Conflicts and strikes, many view this simply as an issue between labor and management. However, the reality is much broader. Conflicts between workers and corporations affect the entire national economy and directly impact the lives of the people. Furthermore, they are connected to the global economy. If one side persists only in its own position, the conflict deepens. Yet, when we understand each other's perspectives and find a balance, a new path opens. Conflict is not merely a confrontation. It can be a process for moving toward a better society. Look at the global situation. The current tensions between Israel, the United States, and Iran are not just regional issues. Through energy, the economy, and diplomacy, war exerts a great influence, not only on our country, but on the entire world. International disputes are not the problem of a single nation, but a problem for the whole world. Even in the darkness of war, the possibility of peace is undoubtedly being prepared. If we fail to see that possibility and pass it by, only despair remains. However, if we look to the other side, we can discover hope. Everyone, despair, and hope always coexist. This is true in our individual lives, in labor management, relations, and in international affairs. If you have seen despair, you must seize the hope that is right beside it. That is the way to protect our lives, our society, and our world.